Hi everyone and welcome to video 3 of the series Patent Agent Exam 2023.
What?
My name is Tanu Goyal and I am the director and founder of WSLI. In this video, we are going to cover chapter 1 of the Act, which includes section 1 and 2 of the Indian Patents Act 1970. However, before understanding the sections in detail, here is a brief summary of the amendments to the Patents Act 1970 due to the implementation of the JV Act or the Jan Vishwas Act 2024 and the amendment to the patent rules which came about in the month of March. This table is extremely important and should be revised weekly if you want to score high in both paper 1 and paper 2, because at least 4 to 5 questions can be expected just from the information shared in this table. For example, in 2024, question 5 of part B of paper 2 asked to discuss the provisions of the Patents Act 1970 amended through the JV Act 2023 by specifically calling out the sections and rules. Also, they asked the objectives of such amendments. Now let's start with chapter 1, which includes preliminary sections, section 1 and 2. Section 1 deals with short title, extent and commencement of the Act. As we know, the Act is known as Indian Patents Act 1970. This is the short title of the Act that we commonly refer to. Second, the extent of the Act. So it extends to the whole of India. And with respect to commencement, the Act as a whole shall come into force on the date which the central government notifies in the official Gazette of India. However, certain acts can keep amending certain provisions of the Indian Patents Act 1970. So the date of commencement of those provisions will be as notified by the central government in that particular year. For example, as shown in the previous table, the Jan Vishwas Act 2023 introduced sections 124A and 124B. So the date of commencement of these two sections of the Act will be August 1, 2024. Coming to section 2 of the Act, now in this section, certain definitions and their interpretations are called out. Certain definitions will be explained here itself in section 2 of the Act. However, certain other definitions might be properly explained in other sections and rules of the Act. So, for your benefit, you can start doing the cross-referencing. For example, a few definitions are explained here itself, like who is an assignee, what do you mean by capable of industrial application, what is an invention, what is inventive step, and other definitions like these. However, a few definitions will be explained properly in certain other sections and rules of the Act. For example, what is a convention application, who is a controller, what constitutes the opposition board. A few definitions will also be explained by some other laws. For example, what is a district court and what exactly makes a governmental company. So, all the definitions in this particular section are arranged in alphabetical order and should be understood well, because a few questions in paper 1 are always asked from this section of the Act. Now that we have covered chapter 1 of the Act, we will jump on to chapter 2, which includes section 3, 4 and 5 of the Act in the next video. I would say sections 3 and 4 are quite important, because not only do you get questions in paper 1 and 2 from these sections, however, examiners also ask questions in Viva from particularly section 3 by giving you a situation-based question. So stay tuned and watch the series till the end so that you do not miss out on any important updates and how to interpret the Act.